Because of the state of how everything is these days, I think it's important we go over some basic, gunshot wound treatment. So we're just going to cover the very basics. Hi, my name's Matt, and I'm what's most commonly referred to as a medical professional. Alright, so this particular wound, it's definitely bleeding, but the bleeding's pretty much stopped. Now we got to be able to see the wound. So what we're going to do is get out our scissors, and we got to remove the clothing. These are not exactly medical shears, but they'll work for the purposes of this video. So yes, definitely a wound. We got a little blood spray right there. So what do we do at this point? We know for sure it's a gunshot, so we're going to feel around and see if there's a bulge in the skin where the bullet is. I don't feel an exit wound or a bulge, so we need to retrieve the bullet, because otherwise they could get like lead poisoning or infection. So you got to restrain the person because they're going to experience a little bit of pain. I recommend doing the hands and feet. And then just taking a piece of duct tape and placing it over their mouth to keep things quiet, because you don't want to lose your concentration. This part's very important. So then you take your field knife, and what you're going to do is start at the beginning of the wound and insert your field knife in and use a seesawing motion. What you're feeling for is something metallic to hit your blade so you know exactly where the bullet is. Oh, I hear the bullet. It's kind of to the bottom of the limb, so I think at this point the best course of action to take here is amputation. So we're just going to use nice, clean, even strokes. We're just going to remove the limb. You'll hit the bone and you got to kind of drill into the bone and then rock back and forth to get the bone to break, because that can be a real hassle. Once you've broken the bone, just kind of spin the limb around. You can also use the saw part on your knife. Some tendons hanging us up there, so we'll just seesaw through those bad boys. Get rid of the limb. Boom, we've retrieved the bullet, which is very important. I got most of my formal training from Planned Parenthood. These are some of the tools I'm certified on. For the next demonstration, we're going to simulate a pass-through shot. Alright, so the person just got hit. What do we need to do? They're clearly losing a lot of blood. You got to stop the bleeding. Go into your first aid kit. We need to stop the bleeding. I am stuck on Band-Aid brain, because Band-Aid brain is stuck on you and me. There we go. Fixed, and there's still blood left. The person made it. I've pretty much always been involved in the medical field. I've logged well over 400 hours as a kid on the game operation. Alright, for the next wound, this is most commonly referred to as a sucking chest wound. What's happening here is we're getting bubbles. Now, you want to work with the wound. You don't want to work against it, because fighting the wound is a lose-lose. So first thing we got to do is we got to be able to see the wound. So we're going to remove the clothing. Just take your field knife, cut that clothing away. And now we need to give the person CPR, but it's a sucking chest wound. So what do? Well, normally what you would do is go mouth to mouth and blow air directly inside the person's lungs, and then you give compressions. But that's pretty gross, and we have a direct link to the lungs. So we're just gonna lock our lips over the wound and blow, and then we'll do our compressions. I'm also an amateur gynecologist. Now this next wound is bleeding pretty good. It's in the upper chest. In this particular situation, you can't call 911. So what do? Now when I'm talking about an upper wound, we're talking about above the waist but within the shoulders. Well, 911 ain't gonna come, and he wasn't gonna make it. So what you want to do is cause some sort of diversion, and then thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that fun video. I just had to do something fun because of how dark everything is lately. If you'd like to check out any of my other videos, click on the links up here. If you'd like to help support the channel, I got my Patreon. I also got affiliate links in the description down below. I'll probably run a link for M9 bayonet, maybe the game operation, and the camera I'm using. Even if you don't buy what the link is for, just clicking on that link and doing the Amazon shopping you're going to do anyway, I get a little kickback for it because you went there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.